Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome to Akah Bants. I'm definitely excited today because I'm starting a new format and because I'm happy to introduce to you a new format of my show titled Gist Partner. So Gist Partner is basically me bringing my friends over, my colleagues in the industry, people who I find interesting over to Akah Bants to chat with them, gist with them, talk with them, and them talking with me. Basically, that's all it is. We gist, we laugh, we talk, and we capture some of that fun and share it with you guys. What do you guys think? So anyways, I hope this format works. I hope you like it. My first guest on Gist Partner is the one and only, I'm so excited, my good friend Beverly Naya, and I'm excited because she is gonna be here right now. So I'm just gonna be calling her, and then yeah, we'll just start the gist basically. Yeah. So I'll call her now. Bye. So how far now? How have you been coping with this whole coronavirus? It's the 4th of May, you're indoors, apparently your bathroom. Yeah, but how have you been coping with this whole thing? Is that how you're going to? Is this how you're going to sit throughout? I'm the only one. Look, you know what? People don't actually know how hilarious you are. Your sense of humor.
Do you know what? I can laugh at anything. Anything. You're so far away, Akah. I can't see you. I haven't seen you in months. Come closer. There we go. That's Vera. Come closer. Akah, not now. Not now. This is not The Voice. This is Gist Partner. So anyway, okay. How have I been coping? Yeah, it's been weird. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's probably the same for you as well. Just like a roller coaster of emotions. Where one moment you feel optimistic, the next minute you feel drained, then you feel anxious, then you feel excited about the future, then you feel frustrated, you feel angry, you feel nervous. Like I've just been going through obviously, a variety of emotions. But for the most part, I'm definitely, choosing to stay positive and just hope for the best. But yeah, it's been a very unique experience. I mean, I would like to say I can't wait for this to be over, but it's clear that this is now going to be the new normal. So we're just going to have to adjust and get used to this. Yeah, so now that lockdown is over in Nigeria, for me right now, it's just figuring out how I want to proceed going forward. Like, what do I want to do? Like, how do I want to go about it? Because all the goals and the aspirations that I had pre-coronavirus, not to say that they won't happen anymore, they definitely will, but now it's like you need to revise those aspirations and those goals to suit the times. And that's what I'm just trying to figure out, because in as much as I can just go out there and just get things done, I have to consider my life, my health, my family's health, my mom's health, my friends, people around me, it's a lot. So yeah, that's basically it. Just trying to work that out.
And you know what's crazy? Like like you said, dreams and aspirations have to be reconfigured. And everybody had all these plans for 2020. And what's funny is no one actually saw this coming.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
And 2020 started so sweet. We were all so hopeful. We're 2020, new decade, new life,
It's crazy. Like for me alone, this whole situation for me started a week. I went into lockdown less than a week after winning an AMVCA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So literally, I went into lockdown the Thursday after the AMVCAs because of that whole situation with that guy. So yeah, so I went into lockdown literally a few days after the AMVCAs. So it's weird because prior to winning and even after winning, the the plans I had, but I mean, like I keep saying, delay is not denial, you know. Yeah, so it was kind of like a major anticlimax, because how do you go from winning an AMVCA to suddenly ground zero, you know, and nothing's happening, everyone's trying to survive, and it's just like, when did this all happen? So it's just it's a bit of a weird, mixed feelings, a bit of a weird situation, but yeah.
Wow, I definitely didn't even think of that. Like I was just, and I can clearly understand how that can be sort of like crazy and, you know, anticlimactic. Climactic. When you get this a major award, you know, for your work, you know, and you know the whole world just implodes basically. But first of all, congratulations on such a great job with your documentary. But anyways, though, so I know that you were meant to travel for your birthday to Singapore. I wanted to go to. I really planned on going to Singapore. I wouldn't say plan, hoped, because my money and your money is not the same level, Bev. Like you have all the endorsement money. All the endorsement money, so darling.
Forever.
So but I plan on, you know, I thought about, I was like, you know what, we're going to go to Singapore, myself and my wife. I was just like, it's costly, but we'll do it. So we're planning for September actually. So I was like, we save up a couple of, you know, coins, and then we'll be able to go. And only to see that you were like, I was meant to go to Singapore for my birthday, but then I can't.
Is that the voice you read it in, Akah?
Yes.
You're not serious. I was sad, I won't lie, but I think I prepared for it because the signs were there. Like at the time that I started planning Singapore, we didn't have a single case. Like it wasn't even that bad, you know. At the time I started planning Singapore, like I don't think there wasn't even one case in Singapore. Then literally the day before or 2 days before I was going to book my flight, Singapore had its first few cases, and I was like, whoa. So I was like, should I still go? You know, still trying to figure it out. Then, you know, a day or two went by, and then more cases in Singapore, and I was like, okay, this is not looking likely. So I was like, okay, cool, where else can I go? So I was like, okay, maybe I should go to Cape Verde. You know, like my ticket was already reserved. It was just to pay for it. That was it. So I was like, okay, cool. Maybe I should go to Cape Verde. Then suddenly case was in Africa. Then things just started to progress from there. And I was like, whoa, you know, this is major. So as of a month ago, I really thought I was leaving the country. You know, I really thought I was leaving the country. As of 2 months ago, I thought I was going to Singapore. So it's like so much has changed. It's so surreal, like how much life has changed. My dates were 14th to 25th. Yeah, 14th to 25th. So I was supposed to be there for 11 days.
Man, imagine if you travel and then got locked out. Like the country, you know, the country shut its borders.
I would have been broke by now. Can you just imagine being stuck in a foreign land for that long?
You wouldn't have been broke. Beverly, there are two things I know about you. First of all, two things that people don't know about you. First, you're funny as hell. Like you are a joker. Number two, you save coins. You're very, very, you know, business savvy. You really know how to save and how to, you know, keep money and, you know, you're very, very aware of how to, you know, multiply, but also keep money. So babe, how far in?
How far in those?
What are you doing? What's that thing you're doing down there? Are you picking your leg?
I was actually picking my
I knew it. Ew. On live camera. Joker. Yeah.
So
nice talking with you though. But what's up for Beverly after this? Would you if you get a call to be on TV or be on a film set or whatever, are you gonna go?
That's the thing. I have already received calls. Like the second they announced that the lockdown was ending, you know, like I started to get calls for productions that are happening in June. around June, July, and I'm just like, it's just tricky. For now, I'm just gonna read some scripts. That's as far as I'm gonna go for right now, and then just figure things out as I go. Like I don't know if I'm comfortable with the idea of being on set right now. Like no one has given me a plan that really seems to be the one that will definitely work, if we were to end up going on set. And this affects me as well as a producer, because prior to this whole lockdown, that was my next move. Next thing was a film. I'm not shelving it, but for right now, I just need to consider so many other things. For right now, the state of mind that I'm in right now is just understanding the times that we're in and figuring out how to maneuver in these times and without jeopardizing my health or anyone else's. That's basically the zone I'm in right now. Health is wealth. You need to be alive. You want to make all the money in the world, but you need to be alive to enjoy that money, right? So that's basically my zone until further notice. Even going out is a struggle. I just don't know what to do.
It's crazy because in Nigeria, like I know that a lot of people still think, oh, this is something that will not affect me, or I don't think anyone in my circle will get it, or some people are not even taking this seriously, like this coronavirus seriously yet. Because
I know some people think it's not even real.
Yeah.
And people are saying the government are inflating the numbers, and I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like, they're not inflating the numbers. They're not even getting the numbers right as far as I'm concerned. We have more cases than what's being documented. So, so I just feel like for right now, I don't know. I
don't feel like the government made the right move in easing or phasing out this lockdown, because it only makes me feel like it's gonna create more cases, more people are gonna get infected, and then the second lockdown is gonna be worse. Like it's now gonna take us back. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like we're gonna go back.
But then at the same token, I understand the reason for easing the lockdown, because if you think about it, the government cannot actually support people right now. They can't afford to tell you to make you stay at home.
You see, that's where the mistake is, dear. I really feel like the government is doing this because they want to run away from the responsibility of giving people money. I mean, what they want to do is collect aid from IMF, collect dollars in aid, and then pocket it. There's 15 billion naira that has been given to the Nigerian government from Nigerian billionaires, donated to the government. We can't see what they have.
To the government. It wasn't donated to the government. They created their own, foundation or whatever. And so what they are doing, I know for a fact that I've seen the videos and stuff. They're building isolation centers. They've bought, I don't know, but I know they are. Like I've seen the videos to show their progress videos.
What's inside the isolation centers? Beds and tents, and that's what a couple of private institutions did. Access Bank in collaboration with Lagos, but I'm talking about the national government. The national government.
I'm talking about the billionaires. You mentioned the billionaires. That's who I'm referring to. They have something called, I don't remember.
Coronavirus something fund.
Something.
But so what it is basically the funds from that, he's still picking his foot, by the way, guys. But the funds from that, are used towards fighting coronavirus. So I know they have isolation centers. Not talking about the ones that Access Bank build or GTB. I'm not talking about those ones. But they're building their own isolation centers. They've ordered tests from, and I think face masks as well from, other parts of the world. So I know they're doing something. So when it comes to the billionaires, I will never, ever sit here and criticize them in any way. Do you get what I mean? Because technically they don't have to do anything. They do not. And they're doing something. So that's good enough. But when it comes to the government, I do genuinely believe that they could do more. I believe that more could be done. That's a fact. But at the same token, there isn't one government in the world, not one, no matter how rich their economy is, there isn't one government in the world that can support people staying at home indefinitely. Not one. Yeah. So at some point, every single government in this world will have to reopen in order to build the economy. Otherwise, they will all. That's it. Like we wouldn't be able to thrive. Like that's it. The economy is ruined internationally. I mean, globally. That's what will eventually happen. So every economy will definitely have to reopen. It's the same for Nigeria. Why we're having to reopen sooner than other countries, like maybe UK, for example, is for one simple fact: we are broke. It's as simple as that. We don't have the money or the capacity to stay closed for long periods of time. So, and not only that, if we're even forgetting that point completely, there will be an uproar. There will be riots. There'll be all kinds of stuff if we continue to keep this nation closed for longer than we have. Like that's the truth. That's the
Now listen to my point before you jumped in on what I'll say. So,
I will leave this room here. I'm going to be doing live with
my friend, will you hear me out? So,
okay, go.
Just a couple of days, I was just like, a lot of people are talking about this, and where is Wole Soyinka? Why hasn't Wole Soyinka said anything? I feel like now he's giving up on us.
I think he's tired.
Like, you know, if Fela was still alive today, I'm sure by now he would have been tired himself, because it's exhausting, you know, X amount of years of this country and just no steady and consistent growth. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And it's such a blessed nation. There's so much potential. So like the nation can, the things that this nation is capable of, we can't even begin to explain. Like, but for whatever reason, it's just not growing at the rate that you would expect it would. And I don't know what it is. Is it a lack of patriotism that's causing it? Is it like, what is the problem? Because when when our citizens leave this country and, you know, go and settle in Canada, for example, or in America, they thrive. Do you understand? A lot of them thrive. They do so well over there. So it's like, something is clearly stifling the average Nigerian over here, you know? And I just feel like if we were just a little bit more patriotic, for example, if we just cared a little bit more about our neighbor, if our leaders just cared a little bit more as well, if they were, you know, like if they just cared enough, if they had more foresight, for example, I just feel like the places that this country could go are limitless. There's no reason why Nigeria can't be amongst the richest nations in the world. You know, there's no reason why we shouldn't be considered a first world country if we're doing everything right. But there's just something that's going on, and I just feel like until the system changes, nothing's ever going to change over here, and that's quite sad.
It's all good, man. It's all good. Man, it's been definitely cool, sweet, fun having you here on Gist Partner, coming to Gist with me.
You call this one gist? I thought you were even going to give me sweet gist.
We gist you. What we gist? You didn't ask me anything now.
Tell me about different things now.
You've not asked me anything. It's just me asking you.
What is making you to be picking your food? You know, just sweet gist.
Oh my God. I mean,
no, Akah, how have you been? What's going on with you? How have you been?
So I've been good. A week to when Lagos. So you know, Lagos actually, you know, started the lockdown first before the governor. The president now actually asked us to, you know, go on this. But a week before Lagos had, you know, said we should lock down, myself and my wife actually I feel like God literally led us to stock up. So God had already so we just had this you know, we need to stock up, we need to stock up. It wasn't fear, but it was this is what we should do. And when we were stocking up at the time, I was just like, oh my God, I don't want us to just spend all this money and waste this money and, you know, or put everything in the freezer and then we don't use it. But it has definitely paid out because
definitely.
You know, but day by day, resources are depleting. The freezer is going low. You know. Yeah,
you just have to stock up again.
Yeah, we
I stocked up
stock
twice.
up again.
This whole lockdown thing happened.
Yeah. And I think the second phase of lockdown might be crazy, might be worse. Maybe no stores or shops will be open. So we're gonna stock up again and, you know, limit so we can limit our movement.
Necessary.
Very, very necessary. But it's been great. I've been indoors. I've been home. I've been creating more content for my YouTube channel, Akah Bants. Starting new stuff. So I have staff now. So in the lockdown, started getting. I got 2 editors. I got an editor, getting another one. Want to get a writer to start another format of a show on the channel. So just basically trying to expand and grow, and this, I just feel like somehow this quarantine period is a blessing. We can make it a blessing in spiritual growth, emotional growth, self-development, structuring business and work, rethinking stuff in life, reconnecting with family and friends, forgiving and loving, so stuff like that. I do know that my spiritual life is much stronger now too.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, it was strong before, so it's good to hear that's even stronger now.
Yeah.
But what is your plan, like, post unofficial lockdown? Like, what do you want to do? Like, how do you intend to go about things? How do you intend to, like, get back on set or have meetings, that kind of stuff?
That's something that I really feel like I would have to really make sure that for sets and movies, I don't want to say I don't want to work with anybody, but I really feel like for me to even work with anybody, I have to be comfortable with the measures they put in place to make sure that, we're all safe and stuff. I would really not take anybody seriously who sends me a message or a call now or an email to work on set or anything now, because I'm not gonna.
Yeah, definitely not now. Like, you can call to inquire and to tell me about future productions, but not to say, oh, please, are you available next week? I'll just look at you like you're crazy, or wonder if you're crazy, because obviously I can't see the person. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. But for me, it's just not even it's just not even set life that I'm even thinking about. Not at all. It's just all the plans and the goals and all that type of stuff. The things
you wanna produce film. Beverly, I must act in your film, or I must be inside.
There's more for you if we can just shoot it.
I just need to figure that out, but I think it'll work out. I've got a few optimistic people that I'm talking to and talking about in regards to future projects and stuff like that. So I think sooner rather than later, things will just make a bit more sense, and then I'll know how to go about, the plans and stuff. So that's it. Yeah.
Oh my God, we can gist for 1 more hour, but I don't want my mobile data to finish on us, and
even my battery's about to die as well anyway, so this is actually a good time to should I end this now? Oh, you want to say bye-bye?
Yeah, I want to say bye now, so that we don't have to, it will not end in tears. Oh, Beverly, it's been sweet, nice talking with you.
And you.
I got love for you. Mwah.